Checking connection. You are live on one of them. You are now live on both of them. There you go.
Hi guys, welcome to Ricochet Tactical's Instagram and Facebook live feed. Joining me tonight is Cardboard Cutout Tristan. We just wanted to go over a couple of things for our 4v4 tournament coming up next month in October, or in 2 months in October. October 20th is the set date. There's a few things that I want to go over. There's going to be more videos coming up as the weeks go by. So this is our second video. If you missed the first video, we'll be putting up that video on YouTube. We will also put this video on YouTube so you could have a cross-reference. The first thing I like to go over is we have posted an event page on Facebook. You can go there and keep up with posts that we're going to be posting and event updates. So one of the first things we changed was we changed the name. It's the official name of this event is going to be the 4v4 tournament. We've also posted early version of some of the rules. The rules are a ongoing process between Rich and myself, and questions that we get from other players and comments. This is the first time we've done anything like this, so we're trying to learn from it. I also want to give credit to these guys, SYG Airsoft. They're the guys who came up with the term Speed QB. So it wouldn't be fair for us to use that term without their knowledge and permission, so we're not going to do that. We're going to call it the 4v4 tournament. So those are the first two major changes. The next change, we have our sponsor for the second place prize. It's going to be Elite Force, and they're generous enough to give us their brand new VP9. I had the box upside down. So every member of the registered team, up to 6 players, will get a brand new VP9 gas blowback. These are green gas operated, made by VFC, full licensing by HK. This is a striker fire pistol. If you guys know me, I'm a HK fanatic. So these are going to be the second place prizes donated by Elite Force. They're the sponsors for this event, or they're one of the sponsors for this event. So I'd like to thank them for coming on board. Our next point that I want to go over is corrections from our first video. I was really scattered. I was all over the place. I had never done a live feed, so I was a little nervous. As time goes by, I'll probably get better at this. But so our first correction in the video, I said it's a 16-12.
Oh, there we go, back on.
It's a 12 team limit. It's going to be a 4v4. That means 4 players at a time versus 4 players. You can register up to 6 members to a team, just in case someone gets sick, somebody gets hurt. You want to have a backup.
Somebody's tired, any reason.
We have, the game structure is going to be 7-minute structured games. That's what the basis of Airsoft was. We're going to try to keep that structured game. It's going to be $25 per person registration. As I said already, we recommend teams of 6. The next correction, it's going to be 1 joule of energy using a 0.30 gram BB. Again, I had originally said 350 feet per second, but since we are opening up this competition to HPA, we're going to have to go by joules. It's going to be a safer unit of measure. So it's going to be 1 joule using a 0.30 gram BB.
Eliminate all the jewel creep.
The next thing we want to go over, registration. Registration will start September 1st. So you want to come in and register as soon as you can. This way you have a spot. We only have 12 spots available. People have been asking us questions on Instagram and Facebook. They've been DMing me. So I'm going to try to answer some of those questions. The first question is there a restriction on mags? No, we don't have a restriction on mags. You can use drum mags, you can use high capacity mags, you can use standard 30 round mags if you want. So you have an option to use whatever mag you want. Do we have a restriction on guns? No, you're allowed to use HPA, gas blowback, CO2, as long as it chronos 1 joule of energy using a 0.30 gram BB, it's fine. It does have to be a 6mm. I know there are some people out there with 8mm. We can't chrono you, so therefore we're not going to allow 8mm. I highly encourage you to get involved, ask questions, make recommendations. At the end of the day, this is an activity for you. We're just the hosts. So if you have a recommendation or a question, send us a DM either on Instagram, Facebook. Come in, talk to us. We're more than willing to listen. Other questions have been why a 4v4. It's simply we've looked at our clientele base. We have more teams of 3 and 4, so we're going to try to cater to them. It's easier to get an alternate with that than it is to set it to a 5-player team like a Speed QB does and expect teams of 3 to go get 2 other people who are going to be dedicated and is going to come and practice with them. So we're going to stick to a 4v4. We've already determined what the game styles are going to be, what the first, what the games are, how the bracketing is going to work. We're not going to announce that till a couple of videos in. We're going to try to do a video a week. At this point, this video was supposed to come up last week, but we had other things to do. This time of year with school starting again next week, it makes it a little tough. I have previous engagements that I have to get to, so we can't do it. But this week I'm going to try to do videos. Our next video is going to focus on what we would consider hit calling, what we would try to categorize as cheating. We're going to go over what we would do with video reviews. We're going to have an independent judge who's going to be in charge of the video reviews. We're going to go over what we consider is a game marshal and referees. So those are our next video's topics. In this video, we went over the Facebook event page, the official name, the second prize. Thank you to one of our sponsors, Elite Force. We went over video corrections. Please ask questions, make your recommendations. We can't come up with all the ideas on our own. We can use the help. And as I said, more videos to come. I'd like to thank Cardboard Cutout Tristan, our cameraman Rich behind the cameras, and thanks for joining us. Have a good night.